So we are 5 hours and 30 minutes since we applied our first coat of finish this morning, and our third coat is now dry and ready to be sanded and rubbed out. So I said that this is like my optional step here, and it is. You know, you don't have to do this. This is just a step to make it that much nicer and that much better. But, you know, as I rub my hand across the top, I mean, I can feel some little bumps, some little bubbles. Sometimes you'll get some little brush streaks in there. So it's just really nice to rub it out at the end and, you know, give yourself a really nice final coat. So what I use to do my rubbing out is 600 wet and dry sandpaper. Okay, so this is just stuff you pick up like at Lowe's or Home Depot. So it's this is 3M, but you know the manufacturers make it, right? So this is just 600 wet and dry sandpaper. I put it on a sanding block, and I'm going to use some lemon oil. You can also use mineral oil. You know, I use lemon oil. It works good. So I use oil. Some people will use water and soap, and you know sometimes I do. But if I'm going to do this is a final rub, I like to use lemon oil or orange oil. You know, I'm using Howard's here, and the oil just works a lot better. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sand with the grain. Okay, I'm just going to sand with the grain, and same process as when you were sanding at any other time. You don't want to roll over the edge. Okay, so we're going to sand right up to the edge. Okay, over to here and right up to the edge, but we're not going to go over the edge. All right. A little disclaimer here as we're doing the wet sanding. Now I'm sanded that enough. You don't want to sand it too much, okay? You want to sand it just enough so that you smooth the surface out. You want to make sure that your lines, as I continue to say, are perfectly straight, okay? And you want to finish, okay? You want to finish. It's okay if you sand a little bit like this, but your last few strokes, you want to finish all the way. Okay, you want to finish all the way through, sand from one side to the other without stopping and staying straight. These straight lines are very important to the final look. Okay, so you want very straight lines like this going all the way through on your last couple passes. You also, like I said, you don't want to sand hard on the edges here, and you don't want to sand it too much. We've got 3 coats of finish on here. If we go through our finish and sand into the color, we have to start all over again. Okay, so there's no fixing that really. So we don't want to sand too much. You want to sand a little, you want to sand enough, but you don't want to go too far so you actually sand through the finish. So you want to be very careful. And I would even tell you that if you're doing a piece like this and what you're doing is a top surface, maybe practice a little bit on another section, maybe on the side panel or on a leg or something, to get a feel for it if you've never done it before. So you don't want to sand through your finish, okay? Really super, super important, okay? If you do that, you're going to be very upset. So you don't want to sand through, all right? So that's pretty much it. So now what we're going to do is we've sanded it. We're not going to take this oil off yet, even though I'm holding the rag just because I don't even know why. Okay, so we're not going to take this oil off yet. What we're going to do is grab some 4.0 steel wool. Okay, so this is grade 4 zeros, 0000 steel wool. Okay, And when I'm rubbing a piece out, I usually take 2 pieces of steel wool and then I open them up. Okay? So open your piece of steel wool up. Take your second piece, open that up. Lay it on top of your first piece and then roll it back up. That'll give you a double thickness of steel wool. Okay? And as we rub this out with our steel wool, we're going to do all the same motions that we've been doing the whole time. So these motions are redundant. Okay? We're going to come down like an airplane. We're going to land and take off. Land, take off. Land, take off. Okay? And you're just rubbing it out with the steel wool. So you're just going along with the grain. And same motion we've been doing through this whole process. Okay, and okay, so that should finish that. Last step, take a nice clean, unused dry cloth and wipe the oil off. All right, we're done. So what time is it? What time is it? Check this out. Okay, so we are at 5 hours and 42 minutes since we started this morning. So 5 hours and 42 minutes to put 3 coats of finish on, allow them to dry, and then rub it out. So as you can see, and that's smooth. That's the whole point of rubbing it out. Really get a nice, smooth, beautiful finish. You can't feel it on the other side of the camera, but you know it's smooth. All right, it looks great. It looks so. That's all there is to it. It's as simple as that. You follow all those steps. I promise you, you're going to have a finish that's going to look just like this. So this is your Heywood Wakefield champagne right here. You know, and you rubbing it out gives you a little bit more shine. You know, so this is your champagne. And then you have your Heywood Wakefield wheat. So that wraps up this project using the Heywood Wakefield reproduction refinishing stains and kits from WeRefinish. It's WeRefinish.net. Hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this cleared up any questions you have about using this product. And I hope that your refinishing project goes as well as ours did. Have a great day. Thanks for watching the video. We'll see you.